there's something really wrong with her pussy. We talked to a bunch of kids that fucked her, and they all died.
It's like The Ring.
Perfectly healthy, athletic kids.
This high school varsity team fucked my wife and then died in a plane crash a week later.
It's right. It's like, okay, if you had lived your beliefs, that's a pretty fucking easy question to answer, you know?
You say, I say absolutely not. I would never consent to poisoning my body or that of my family's. But if you absolutely did get the vaccine, because Tucker Carlson, he's a rich preppy kid. He's not a jug hooter like the rest of these fucking dopes.
You know those parties. You know those parties I go to.
Yeah.
Where me and a bunch of guys, we just take medicine and get vaccines. I've seen Tucker there.
No shots refused.
No viral, no medicine refused.
Tucker Carlson was at my vaccine party wearing the biggest yarmulke I've ever seen.
I like how there's these people that say all this stuff, and then now I just saw this week that people were getting like Simon Cowell talked about it, and Bryce Harper was posted about it. Where
like the blood recycling.
They get it's plasmapheresis is what they're likely getting. It's not dialysis, but it's kind of similar, but it's not dialysis.
Is it like blood doping?
Well, what they'll do is a lot of the time is they'll exchange like plasma and they'll replace it with albumin, which is like a
really
legitimate thing, but it's usually for very sick people.
The fact that
these
I
are
take
people
such
that are
long
just
breaks
doing
from
it
this
because
game
they're rich.
doesn't help.
And I think Bryce Harper is a bit of a chud, if I remember right. And I like how these chuds are like, I don't believe in fucking medicine and shit, and then they get real procedures done, but like by cranks that are like, I'll fucking do it if you pay me enough.
Andrew, like this is my point about the peasant mindset, and it's just like, obviously, like much of, I don't know, expert or elite opinion about a lot of things has been discredited or shown to be compromised in some way. But it's like, I see this in like sort of, I don't know, independent media all the time, be it left wing or right wing, where you take what should be a healthy skepticism of quote unquote the mainstream press or mainstream journalism, but then you translate that into complete and utter credulity for any source of information that just brands itself as like the outsider news, like rebel journalism. It's like no, you've just traded one dopey, foolish credulity for another. And it's exactly the thing with like, oh, I'd never believe anything doctors tell me, unless that doctor appears to me on my social media feed and is like telling me to like, I don't know, eat cow testicles or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, the Liver King is like for years. I'm not on steroids. It's like,
I know. I recognize that.
It's like, no fucking shit, dude. Look at you. But then all these guys that are into fitness are like, well, fuck. I thought he was natural. I've been eating these raw livers.
Oh man.
I do admire Liver King because he's like, after he got caught, he did briefly try to do a thing where he's like, okay, now I'm really doing the ancestral tenets.
And then he had a psychotic break.
That is what I admire. That he was like, okay, clearly isn't working. Message received.
Okay.
I'm going to go to Austin and threaten to hold down Joe Rogan and blow him. Until I'm arrested by every agency and Interpol. Like that, I respect an entertainer who throws themselves into the act as he did.
He had like one eye that was much more dilated than the other. It's like, wow, this is kind of cool. Like, it would be cool if like Joe Rogan like accepted his threats and was like, all right, come fucking face me in the parking lot, dog. Come fucking fight me, dog. Like the classic bong fight of yesteryear on YouTube.
Yeah. Don't spit. It's pussy.
It's pussy. You're honestly the softest bitch I've ever seen.
What public figures, Andrew, do you think are most capable of reenacting the pond fight? I think it's
no need for a rock.
Yeah, I think it's unfortunate that Charlie Kirk, we're the ones who carry the flame, that he was taken from us because I could see him and JD doing the pond.
Oh, I have two
fight.
bones.
They have sort
I
of
can
like
play
a
it.
similar.
Yeah,
I think it would be. I think it would be
okay, well, fuck you.
Steven Crowder and Tyler Oliveira, and Tyler is like, no need for the rock.
Tyler is the no need for the rock guy, 100%.
Well, actually, here's a candidate, and this segues nicely into the next story I want to talk about, which is Milo Yiannopoulos is back, and he went on Tim Pool's show, and Tim Pool asked him about Charlie Kirk. Do you think there's a possibility they faked his death? Milo says yes. Milo claims it's possible that Charlie Kirk is still alive and that Erica Kirk is sinister, alleging she's involved in a plot with TPUSA to fake his death.
He's such a genius.
I love it. I love it.
So Charlie's alive, but he just hasn't been able to like get to a phone for like.
It's just negative.
Well, I mean,
Like, how does that work?
well, he's in on it too. I don't know. I mean, like, for someone to
Why?
fake, I don't know,
He's a witness protection.
because he was sick of
should
Erica.
be
She's
part of the
sinister.
last
You see
two.
all that fucking fake hair she has?
See what the mining is.
Oh, I
Oh
mean,
my
no. I mean,
God.
Charlie Kirk. I mean, if TPUSA faked Charlie Kirk's death, all I gotta
Oh
say
God,
is
no, that
hats
was a
off.
horrible joke.
Because what
No,
has
no, I
Matt
can't say
always
that out
promoted
loud.
on this show? We need to bring back squibs. And man, oh man, that was some good work that they did on that one there.
It looked good.
It looked
good.
really good. It looked really good. It looked like a Sam Peckinpah movie.
He came
Speaking
across me
speaking of
early.
Milo and Charlie Kirk, everything, and this goes back to like
After a game of chance.
dinosaurs
Oh,
are
the
real,
miner. He's a
dragons
boss.
are.
Fuck, oh, I'm
Have you seen
fucked.
Candace Owens' new
Oh,
thing?
no,
In
that's-
addition
okay,
to
no, I'm
claiming
fine,
that
okay.
Emmanuel Macron was behind Charlie Kirk's assassination, convenient, the same
I
guy
don't
that's
think it really
been,
matters.
victim gang stalking and victimizing her over, trying to
away,
cover up
looking
the
away.
fact
Here
that his
we go.
wife is trans. But
Yeah.
Only
Candace Owens' new
box.
thing is that all space is fake too. Like space exploration, the moon,
sure.
space, NASA. It's all of it's not real.
She's just throwing it all out there now. She's saying
why
Fuentes is
not?
an FBI informant or something now. She turned on him. She just fucking like everyone. She wants to smoke from
Oh,
everybody.
I mean, her like only friend died.
I know.
That was like the only person
Are
she
they talking
actually
about Candace
liked.
Owens?
And then the other guy that back to the other guy who wants all the smoke is Milo. Milo's back, and like Milo's new thing is coming. He's coming out the gate swinging, and his new thing is
Bust.
basically saying the entire conservative
Yeah,
movement
okay.
in Washington D.C. is run top to bottom
Did you like them?
by just sort of like DL gay guys who are vicious queens who care only about power and have a hatred of humanity.
But he also
But not-
says
but
no
not
one
me.
I think I'll take
But
them to
not
the
me,
street
though.
card.
I'm not
He also
gay
says,
anymore.
he says no one is. He
I don't
says
know.
no one is
I don't
gay.
know.
He says
He says no one is
actually
gay, and he does the Wojcicki
No, I'll
thing.
do
He
the
says
other
no
one.
one's
I'll
actually
see
gay.
what it
They just
is.
got touched on when they were a kid, and
Yep.
it's a trauma response. Well, one of the people that he's claiming is part of this
Wolf
network
Cub.
of gay guys.
Ooh, that's
Once again,
rough.
like as Milo, Washington D.C. and the conservative movement run by sort of DL.
Or I guess it's how.
Down low guys who are vicious, power hungry nihilists who don't believe in anything. But not me. Once again, I need to clarify this. Not me, Milo Yiannopoulos. I am not gay and never have been. I'm recovering. I don't even know what his line is now.
I'm motivated by more than spite.
yeah. I'm brimming with a wholesome love for humanity and a sincere desire to do
His
do
whole
good
thing-
and help people.
he's helping. He's being a patriot, even though he's British
Fuck.
for America by
I was worried that would
investigating
happen.
and going into deep cover in the DC GOP by just going and getting cracked by all these guys and saying, "Nope, yep, they're gay. Trust me, they all fuck me. I fuck them."
Well, one of the people who's getting caught up in this is old friend of the show, Benny Johnson.
Oh shit.
Okay, Milo, you've said some pretty ridiculous
Yeah.
things in your life.
No, I didn't do that.
far.
No, wait, whoa,
This is,
whoa.
Even we have a limit, Milo. Back,
The wrong
get a
button.
source
My
and
bad.
back it up, pal.
I mean, this
Restart.
could
Okay.
be look, Felix. You can say it's far
Shameless,
fetched,
shameless
right?
saves coming.
But, like,
always.
Stranger things have happened. If this story is
I
confirmed,
guess.
if this story is confirmed, then it
Pretty
indeed
big
is
if.
revealed that Benny Johnson is in fact gay.
There's
I think
no
this could,
way. He's like
this
the
could
most
shake
hetero
the
guy on
foundations
earth.
of all American politics and really reality itself.
Pretty
I
sure
think
everyone's
it's the
already
end of
operating off the assumption
the
that's
West.
true.
If that comes out.
If I were to there's a lot of things you can criticize for Benny Johnson for, but I think the one thing that people should stop hating him on is that he loves pussy too much.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Like Christopher Moltisanti said to Tony Soprano, everyone knows you've been the biggest fucking coos hound. Benny,
I'm
like,
a hog for it. What can I say?
Yeah, Benny. This salacious, unfounded rumor that Milo is peddling. Yeah, okay. It would be one thing if, like, say, an ex-BuzzFeed employee, whose name was Saeed Jones and is actually a pretty prominent media figure himself, who does not have a history of making these things up, stated that he made out with Benny at a BuzzFeed Christmas party. It would be one thing if there were multiple claims like this. stories that everyone who is within even like 20,000 miles of conservative media has heard dozens of
Wait,
stories.
how did I not
But
hit
that's
it?
just not the case. That's just not the world
No!
we live in.
Well, this is from Yahoo News here. It says conservative
What's
commentator
happening?
Benny Johnson appears to be gearing up to sue Milo Yiannopoulos after the British provocateur claimed Johnson's
Did I
family man
forget how the
image is
game works? Like,
bogus.
what the fuck?
And then in an open secret, he has slept with boys at political conferences. I am duty bound to take action to protect my family against those who maliciously
it's gonna be a
defame and
bad play
attack
for
us.
sure.
More to come on that soon, Johnson
I'm not.
posted on
Fuck
X
you.
Sunday. The potential lawsuit
Wait,
comes 2 days
okay,
after
it has
Yiannopoulos
to be
accused
in
Johnson of
the
being a
next
not-so-stealth
one.
gay man
Sorry, I
on
haven't
Tim
played this
Pool's
in a while.
podcast. Quote,
My bad. My
Benny
bad.
Johnson posts pictures of his children every 2 days. It's weird. And everybody knows what went on with Benny Johnson in those lobbies and in those hotel rooms at SAS, Yiannopoulos said, referring to Turning Point USA's annual Student Action Summit.
Going insane.
Everybody knows. His guest on the episode, recently fired ex-Congressman George Santos, said he did not know what he was talking about. Quote, men, younger men, not underage, at least I don't know that. His wife was crying drunk in the lobby 3 SASs in a row about how her husband was upstairs with boys. Come on, Santos said. Go ask her, Yiannopoulos yelled. Milo, aren't you ever scared of getting sued? Santos marveled. Yiannopoulos said he is not worried about it because he is right and always has his facts straight.
Okay, but all of those SESs, those guys are known to bring Xboxes and have a Halo land. That's all they were
Yes,
doing.
exactly.
Yeah.
They were having
And
a
Benny was
okay.
doing that
Okay.
because otherwise he'd be on Tinder,
New plan.
getting
Getting
some
some
more
fizz.
tuna.
I'm
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah, talk about someone who's eating all the fucking salmon in the Northwest and Northeast. Mary Glusenkamp Perez should do a presentation about Benny.
Do you remember? Okay, I haven't mentioned this in a long time, but do you remember Benny Johnson's Wes Anderson themed wedding announcement video?
You are cordially invited to Benjamin and Caitlin's wedding. They live in Washington, D.C. This is the intern housing where they met.
How could I forget?
It's one of the.
I mean,
to me, it's one of the great like short films of all time. It is so special to me. It is so wonderful. It is such a magical thing. And what I love about it is that it's just also it's so clear how much he loves his wife. You know.
Will,
Is-
we're too like plurality heterosexual.
I don't know how I'm gonna do this.
Andrew too. We're all at least like 40%,
No, I didn't.
30%.
Fuck. Okay, whatever.
The number one thing
Yeah.
we've all done is plan our wedding since we've known each other.
Felix, I fantasize about it every day. The group chat goes crazy every weekend when a new wedding collection is revealed. Like what sort of plates are we gonna have at the wedding?
This reminds me of when Cory Booker was running for president.
Oh,
He was
yeah.
oh, there hasn't been a White House wedding in 200 years. And
We
it's
send
like,
each other
"Yep,
celebrity
man."
wedding photos in our group chat. We say, she went with that neckline, really?
yeah.
Well,
Honey, you don't have the clavicles for that.
well, speaking of speaking of
Oh
being
wait, did it
catty
surrender?
and being catty,
Oh, okay, cool.
Andrew, since I got to ask you about this, my fellow movie mindset brother. I do want to
Yeah,
talk
this
about
one
the
is-
proposed Netflix Warner Brothers merger, and then the proposed Paramount Warner Brothers hostile takeover
okay.
funded by Saudi sovereign wealth fund or Gulf
Okay.
sovereign wealth funds.
Okay.
But before we get to that, speaking of being a catty bitch, Andrew, I got to ask, what do you make of Quentin Tarantino's latest shooting spree,
Slippery puncher.
racking up victims like Paul Dano and Matthew Lillard as he slams them for
Wait,
their?
why does he hate Matthew Lillard?
I don't
What
know.
did Matthew Lillard do?
I don't know.
Be
He said- he
amazing
just says-
in
Oh,
his
that's
one
actually
scene
really
in The
useful.
Descendants,
Okay.
you asshole?
Wow.
I know, he just says he said Paul Dano is the weakest
weak
actor with a
sauce,
sad
man.
card. Yeah. And I got to shout out our friend of the show, Nate
Did they
Fisher,
actually do that?
writer
Hold
and
on.
star of EFIS. His Tarantino posts always kill me. And he did a new one this weekend where it was just like Tarantino talking about a movie, and it's like the movie is Good Luck Chuck. And he's like, good luck, Chuck. Good luck, Chuck. The Chuckster. That's a hell of a picture. Except for Jessica Alba. She's a dish rag.
One of those birds that like dive into the ocean.
Sorry.
They like dive
One
into the
more on
water.
Nick Fisher
and then they
Tarantino
actually
quotes.
swim around
This
and
is,
pick up fish and then they fly
Tarantino.
out. They're not penguins. They can
all
actually fly.
I really love The Fly.
a type of
That
gull
is
or
a gross
something, I don't
fucking
know.
movie, man. Okay, but like there are other Cronenberg movies, like Scanners, The Brood, Dead, and then in parentheses, suddenly remembering he had jerk chicken for lunch. Now talking like Sebastian the Crab. Dead ringers, big on the islands, man.
Hey, I already have items,
I just-
so don't go there. Go to there, right?
I
Isn't
just
that-
like on one level, like I think
What's
it's
the
kind of
two
funny
thing
that
do?
like
I
'cause
forgot.
so it's like nobody like who
Isn't it,
engages
it
in film
changes the weight
criticism
of
these
the
days like
table,
ever
I think,
slams
right?
anyone
when I pull
anymore.
out a
But,
tooth
like
and then I drop it into
Paul
the tin.
Dano and Matthew Lillard catching strays this egregiously just seems to be like I don't know because like I don't know. I guess I'm not like the
This is why I
biggest Paul
chose play
Dano
games
guy,
for,
but
like,
like,
in one
he's
sitting,
good.
like,
Like
not
and
the
it's for someone in
ADHD about
Quentin's
it.
Really
position.
fucking good
Actually, I don't
actor.
think I
Like,
can
it's
chalk
for
it up
someone
to
in Quentin's
ADHD.
position to
You know,
like
playing
someone who's
something
like
like a
such
year later.
a celebrated and well-respected director who everyone loves to just come out and just so egregiously
you shouldn't
shit
do
on an
that,
actor.
yeah.
Like it's so
For 2
mean.
years, how long
Like
has
Now
it been?
there
It's
is like everyone in Hollywood acting like he fucking killed Paul Dano is kind
Yeah.
of funny, but also like I'm like glad that everyone is kind of being like, quit, shut the fuck up, dude. Like he's always been a problem. He's always been annoying. He's always
yeah.
been a fucking dumbass. But
and
like
and
people are just
I guess
getting
I,
fed up with his shit. He just sitting
You
there
know-
kicking his feet in
Group
like
of
Tel
starving
Aviv. And
survivors.
just like Quentin, please,
Okay.
for the love of God,
There's
shut
room
the fuck
for a
up.
creature on the
any
fire,
criticism
one
I
said.
level at Quentin Tarantino
You know, I
will
might
just
turn
seem
off the
like
video
cope
just to make
because
it
of
more
his
atmospheric
let's
for
just
me.
say current
For me
associations with a
personally.
certain country. I'll leave it there. But like, yes, he has always been, to quote Nate's moniker, bozo mode to a capital degree. But he does happen to be one of the most
survivors
talented
said nothing
directors
at
of his
all.
generation.
Oh no, they're gonna take it.
I can
They're
forgive
gonna
him
take
for
it.
being
It's the
a
third one.
catty,
They're gonna take it.
messy pitch to Matthew Lillard and Paul Dano. What I will not forgive Quentin Tarantino for is placing Black Hawk
Can I back
Down
out?
as the
Can I
number
not
one
do it?
best movie
Dude.
of the 21st
Oh, go
century.
fuck yourself.
Dude.
Oh my god. Oh my god, you should kill yourself.
Especially with like all the current stuff about Somalis.
Yes,
as well.
I
Like,
know.
he's just
Yeah.
the
Oh
most-
my god. Oh my god. Fucking
He's one of those
Likud-
guys
Likud-
where
false flag.
he's so annoying where like I like listen, I know Will, you're a big QT fan. Myself,
I'm
I
fine with
always
losing the
thought
pack
he
rat.
was good, but I don't really rewatch his stuff. Not like the biggest fan
No,
of some of his
I
stuff.
thought I was gonna die.
Whatever.
No!
That's just my opinion. But now with like everything, it's just
I thought
like,
they were
man,
gonna
I
eat
don't
it.
even want to like watch anything
fuck?
like he's one of those guys like
would've
it's
picked a
just like,
different
man,
one.
I'm just over it. Like I'm just
I was so sure they
I
were
don't
gonna
care
eat it. He
anymore
was
'cause
licking
he's
his
so
lips. Come
annoying.
on.
Well, I
They're
just
gonna eat the
like
next
he's like,
one.
yeah,
I'm
but
gonna
he's
be like,
he's
no,
like,
they're
he
not
was
gonna eat it.
incredible,
Never
man.
mind, there's no
Like, top
eating.
10 of the
And
past
they're gonna eat it.
century. Like,
it's just like
They haven't
Waiting
actually
is the
eaten
type
one. I
of
don't know if that's a
movie
real thing
that
that happens or not.
people
Enough
in their 20s would have fucking creamed themselves if they could see it.
I posted.
Oh,
I
oh,
posted.
no,
Dane Cook had his screen presence and a command presence unseen since Orson Welles had a 32-inch waistline.
People got really mad at me because I said he wasn't in the top 30 best American directors. And the people were like,
Orson
you can't even
Welles
name
or
30
Quentin
American
Tarantino?
directors. I was like, bitch. Like,
yeah, I know, yeah. You're bringing a knife to a
Pasta
gunfight.
And I had-
right?
and I had people going,
surrounded by heaps
Demi
of
is not better than
unidentifiable
QT. I'm like,
giblets
that's
and Scotch
bullshit.
wings.
Not to me. Demi's the man. But it's like, yeah. It's just, I mean, it's all opinion. It's all subjective. But it is
The
crazy.
ball
Like,
was designed
I
for
just
a
like
dog.
SLC Punk, Hackers, Shaggy,
Twin Peaks Return,
The
Scream.
would require a meal of that
Yeah.
size. Okay.
Descendants.
Scooby Doo, The Descendants.
The minor. Yeah.
See, Matthew Lillard just seems like one of those guys that's like everyone likes him. Like I've never heard someone like he's never going to be heralded as like he's like the next Pacino or something like that. But like he's always a welcome presence in
but the way
movies.
Tarantino talked about like him and like Dano is that they're like weird
I think he
nerdy
doesn't
guys.
like
It's
them
like
because
you're
they
the
seem
weirdest,
weird and
nerdiest
nerdy,
guy.
yeah.
He's seen himself.
Yeah, no,
It's like,
exactly.
hey,
That's why he has to be like
You ever see that clip of George Clooney talking about when Tarantino was like, we could be like twins, like we could be brothers.
Oh, yeah,
I don't know what that- I don't know what that
Yeah.
just
Clooney was like,
I
what
just put it
the fuck
there.
are you talking about?
I mean, yeah, like, again, this reminds me of the Swalwell Cash thing from last week. This is like the entire country now. Is like two kids who are both in anime club, but one kid is like, you're like a fucking anime club loser. Not like me, the vice chair of anime club.
It's like how it
Oh
reminds
no,
me of
what have I done?
when I was a kid. She wasn't always married to him, but he eventually died. But she was married to a millionaire for a while, and my dad worked for him for a while after the Air Force. He once told my dad, who was much more religious, especially at the time, than this guy. He told my dad, "If we were in God's army, I'd be a general and you'd be a private." It's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
That's awesome.
Crazy rich guy thing to say, but that's
Yeah,
Tarantino's
do I have
brain.
5?
Yeah,
That's awesome.
I think I've said things like that, but it's been in good fun.
And you know what? Like leaving aside his
I
work
can see
as a director, right? As an actor, he's unbearable. Like, he's unbearable as an
He's
actor.
been saying a certain word. though.
repulsive.
Yeah, yeah.
Says that word
Like,
really well.
You know, and it's just like I think his
Oh, I have
level
to draw a
of
card
being
first.
annoying and being bozo mode has almost put him on a level of like Polanski with me in terms of like how much I have to like look away from or just ignore to continue to love his movies.
I mean, it's like at this point, it's almost like Vincent Gallo's more likable.
They're in golden cards.
100%.
Buffalo 66 is a great
Oh God,
movie.
no.
Vincent Gallo at least like lets people buy his sperm if they're so inclined.
Yeah. It's a good deal, too.
If you're looking for stocking stuffers,
Tarantino would release his sperm like that Wu-Tang album that Martin Shkreli bought.
Wait, Felix, I have to correct you. Vincent Gallo will
Oh, no,
not
what have I
let just
done?
anyone buy his sperm. You have to be white. Okay, he made that very clear.
Did I fuck up? Should I
Oh,
point
I
them? Can I
apologize.
can I
Yeah,
destroy
but
this?
he's not even white. His name's Gallo.
It was a bit salty. That's all I have to say.
I was thinking about
Oh,
the
okay,
Benny
no.
Johnson lawsuit. And again, you know,
Well, it's definitely going forward. I'm sure he's definitely going to pull the trigger on that lawsuit and definitely, sue
I mean-
Milo for saying, you know, and literally putting it in a libel case about am I gay or not. That's a thing that's likely to happen.
I can't think of anything he's less terrified of than Discovery. But I was thinking, you know, like Goliath season 8, and Billy is Milo's lawyer, but then Cooperman, like now an AI William Hurt, is on Benny's side because Cooperman McBride would obviously be with like the
Yes, of
conservative
course.
movement.
I
Like, they have
always
all the evil, but Cooperman is like doing his usual monologue, and he's like, a bottom feeder like McBride can't just be can't just be fucked in the ass and left to bleed out in an alley. Click, click, click. McBride has to be fucked in the ass every hour of every day until it becomes his standard of living, and he does not know a time when he was not fucked in the ass. Click, click, click. And then Benny goes,
That's true, actually.
would it help if I pretended to be this McBride guy? Would you like
that was
me
a bad idea.
for like a role play strategy
Well,
thing?
You know what? Speaking of libel cases, hold
I
on,
just wanted to say really quick that I always wonder if your fans, Chapo fans, hear
What is
Felix's
it?
current show he's watching, and he
Pop
makes
the deal.
it's like season 8, and they're like, I gotta watch this fucking show now. You're like Mind of Jason with shows.
Yeah,
I really,
by the way, to all our listeners, to follow Felix for the next couple weeks of this show, start watching the Billy Bob Thornton show,
That's what I'm
Goliath, on
saying.
Amazon
You gotta
now.
be like, fuck, I gotta get on fucking Goliath now.
I really used to like pride myself that I watched like real movies and shows and read real books, and then just like you get to a certain, I just turned into my dad.
I mean,
You know, I
Branson-
just love every like pulpy show where like a 72-year-old actor who I love, who fortunately has enough
Doing it.
gambling debts
Fuck
where they
you.
have to be on an Amazon Prime original.
okay, but
just
Billy
like
Bob
choose the
is
scenery, and I'm like, this is awesome.
He's
It's-
so good in
It's
Fargo.
the greatest show ever made. I love Billy Bob. Billy Bob is one of my favorite actors ever, and I feel like a deep empathy for him ever since I saw him when I was a kid, when he went on David Letterman, and Letterman was like, hey, how about this Oscar-nominated movie, Monsters Ball, that you're in, that everyone's talking about? And is part of a huge Academy Awards campaign that the studio is putting together. And Billy Bob is like, can we talk about my incredibly shitty band instead? And it's like, I know exactly how he feels. I know
Oh, yeah,
fucking
dude, Billy
exactly
Bob,
how he
I
feels.
felt
Billy
so
Bob,
bad for Billy Bob Thornton.
Billy Bob sung backup vocals on Warren Zevon's last album.
I
I'll
love.
just leave- I'll
He's
just leave
the.
that
I
out
felt
there.
so bad
He's
for
the
Billy
greatest
Bob
guy.
I really
Thornton
like to
seeing
have a bone card.
Angelina Jolie ovulating, wearing his blood around her neck like a fucking vampire. I
Oh!
felt so bad
Yes,
for him,
man.
man.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
did
hey, oh,
not,
yeah.
That is not.
Remember when he said
was
we
getting
fucked in the
into.
car on the way over here?
He did
So-
not He did not think he was getting into that. Billy Bob Thornton, I've been in thousands of locker rooms in my day. I can tell just by his build, he has a 19-inch cock.
I mean, he's always had
What?
that confident swagger to him.
Yeah. Speaking
Speaking of Billy Bob, it's that time of the year.
Great
Bad
actor.
Santa, one of the greatest Christmas movies.
Oh,
I
the-
love
oh,
Bad
the ba- one of the-
Santa.
Jesus,
hands
are you
down,
I
fucking
fucking
me?
love that movie.
Bad
Poison
Santa
Wheel.
is one of the top 10 American comedies ever made, easily.
Oh,
that's fine.
I saw
Easily.
that opening week with my sister in
take
theaters.
the hit, I'll take the
What a
hit.
fucking great movie.
No, like
How could I fall on my head?
John Ritter is great in that too.
It's
John
also one of
Ritter.
those. It's also
what
one of those weird. It's like one of
Lauren
those.
Graham, what a great cast.
It's one of those Coen Brother movies where it doesn't feel like a Coen Brother movie because it isn't really,
Yeah.
but also is. But it's like, man, they really can work outside what they like to do and make stuff that's good.
I just love the level of human misery and degradation that Bad Santa it gets to a depth that very few American movies have the bravery to touch.
That's exactly it. It gives me that Jesus is son
It was
feeling.
proto Jody Hill stuff, like proto Eastbound,
Yeah.
proto
Yeah,
Observer
exactly.
Report.
Exactly.
Just depraved Americanism.
Or what's that fucking movie, Red Rocket?
Oh yeah, the Sean
you know
Baker
what I'm
movie. Yeah.
Yeah. It's Sean Bakerish too.
Sorry, just to get on my Bad Santa. The last thing I'll say about Bad Santa, my favorite
Wait,
part
what?
in Bad Santa is after they do the first job in the beginning of the movie, and Billy Bob's he spells out his dream, which is did you take the money from the heist and open a bar in Florida and just sort of hang out there, and then it cuts to 9 months later. And you see him behind this bar in Florida, and he's making drinks, and everything looks cool. And you're like, "Oh, his
Yeah,
dream
I'm
came
fine.
true." And then you find out he's just stealing liquor from the bar when the bartender comes back, and he's like, "You asshole! What the fuck did I tell you about? Get behind the bar."
Ignite.
Anyway, before I interrupted you. You were talking about rivalries, Will.
Yeah.
You great
Fuck, I
rivalries.
forget.
I
Perhaps
forget what we were going
one of
into. I
these
just
will
I was talking about libel lawsuits.
Oh,
Oh.
my God! Lauren Tom, who was in season 2 and 3 and 4 of Goliath,
Holy mantis,
was
wow.
Bad Santa with Billy Bob. I'm sorry.
A perfect.
it's okay. Branson loves to make fun of. He doesn't like.
I like it.
He always just references people who watch Burn Notice. I'm like, I fucking love to Burn Notice. One of the last shows shot on film, shot on location, practical
that's useful.
effects.
I
You know,
love those
Bruce
things.
Campbell. What's her face? The Irish chick is.
The
You
chick
know,
from Able Ferrara's
Oh,
and
God,
Vision
yeah,
of
yeah.
Snatchers.
No, yeah,
Show
we'll keep it.
Van Glagora.
Oh, it's only one
Uh,
is that
just
show.
fucking-
Fuck.
Marie Glusenkamp Perez.
It was the one of the
There's gonna be a
last
fire
classic
later, and
kind of
it's gonna be the
serial
fourth one, and it's
shows
gonna
that was
eat
just
it. They're
on
gonna
during the
eat it.
summer, and it was a fucking blast.
Fine, okay, yes, this is where I was going. I said I wanted to talk about the proposed Warner Brothers Netflix merger.
Yes.
But now there's a proposed Paramount. The Ellison family, very politically connected to Donald Trump, is
moment.
backed by Gulf sovereign wealth funds, are proposing a hostile takeover of Warner Brothers. So now Warner
Tepid
Brothers
water
is
flooded your
Wacko,
boots.
Yakko, and Dot are caught in this kind of tug of war between two
The wetlands.
titanically evil media
Do we want Big
conglomerates.
Z or do we want Ellison? That's
This is from Semaphore. This reporting says finger pointing in Washington as Paramount goes hostile, and it's talking about how basically Paramount. It says Paramount executives met with Donald
The
Trump in
three
recent weeks to
Tron
press their
cards must
case
have
and to
at least
argue
6
against a
tops
Netflix victory,
combined
according to a
with
person with
brass.
knowledge of the meeting. Federal Communications Chair Brendan Carr was among those who attended the meeting, but when Trump asked him about his view on the deal, he demurred, saying it would likely be decided by the antitrust division of the Justice Department. I mean, Trump had a public statement today where he said the Netflix Warner Brothers deal would be bad from an antitrust perspective.
Aw. Oh,
Because very big and it's not so great for consumers. I mean, obviously he's doing this out of a principled stand against media conglomeration, I'm sure. But there is one detail speaking of libel lawsuits, in the Semaphore reporting on this that certainly caught my eye. It says here, both sides are scrambling to hire the right allies in Washington. One person familiar with the competitions said both sides had approached former Trump campaign aide Jason Miller, who is now an advising investor on the Paramount side of the deal.
I need more bone
Now,
cards.
when I saw this, look, either side would be lucky to hire a
I'm gonna turn
gentleman
on the-
of his character, of
Okay.
his stature, of his reputation. I just will say, I don't care who gets Warner Brothers at the end of the day, but if Jason Miller's involved, I know the deal will go smoothie and no poison pills will be slipped into it to potentially kill this baby before the deal is done. So, best of luck to Warner Brothers on whoever decides to loot their carcass and what is left of the entertainment business.
I mean, at this
Yeah.
point, I'm pro Fox, which Disney owns now, right? But like Tubi, that's all I need now. You got Tubi and Canopy, you're good. We don't need Netflix. We don't need HBO. You just need those.
Well, like I guess like
shit, I have,
when
like, a
the
whole
original
book
deal
of
was
answers.
announced over the weekend, there was a lot of sort of a pall cast over people who like movies or certainly enjoy the theatric going to the movie theater. That this really signals like the death of movies, and I know this is something that like people have been broadcasting or sort of speculating about for quite some time now. But Andrew, I did want to get your perspective on this as a movie brother. Like, what do you like? Do you think that
I mean,
like
they've been dying for years. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like
it's
this
been
is
time, but,
not
like-
new.
Yeah.
yeah? Do you see this as just sort of like
That's
the
what I feel
capstone
like. It's
on
like-
the death of cinema
Part of it is
in
like
American
consumer
culture, or like
demand,
movies
where it's
as
like
an art
people
form,
like don't
or
really
is
care
that
about
too
like
pessimistic?
the
and
condensed
just,
movie
like,
experience
think
is more a
it's-
result of
I
people
don't-
needing to
it
go to
could
the
be.
theater and
I
not being
think
able,
it's,
like an opera or
definitely
something.
One
You
of
know,
the
they
nails in
treated
the
it like
coffin.
kind
I
of
don't
like
think it's
that.
the final nail.
And now
See,
people
like,
don't have to do that. And it's
I think
become
it'll just
it's
change
become
as,
better
like,
for
I don't know,
storytelling overall.
assuming I
Like you can
live
make
to,
series
like,
now.
the average life
And people kind of
expectancy
expect that
of
things will
man,
have like a
my cohort
long,
and all that,
like a
I
long
still
plot
expect
arc. It doesn't need
people
to be
making
condensed
and
into like an
watching
hour and a
movies
half
when
or
I
2
die.
hours.
But kind of
It
similar.
makes
I
it
feel this is
easier.
like
So like
I was
it makes
saying
it better
something
for
you
a
said
down,
while ago about,
like the Lord of the
literacy
Rings.
in America.
Imagine if there
Like,
had been
books will still be
streaming when
around,
Peter
people will still be
Jackson
able
made
to
Lord of the
read.
Rings, and
Like, kinda
imagine
similar,
like
I
you know
think,
they wouldn't have
where
had to make
movies
the
is going,
extended edition.
is
He
that
could
it's
have
just
just
going
made
to
it a
be
whole
kind of this,
series.
like,
That would have been it.
niche,
The Lord of the Rings would have been a
sort of, I don't know,
series.
habitrail of the upper classes, or just
Yeah,
like a
yeah.
certain like it'll just be like it'll be like what the opera is now. You know?
Exactly.
I literally
It's
just
like,
said
they've
that.
been
What the
like
fuck? That's so
abandonware
weird.
for years now. Like video games were like the digitization of everything kind of had been killing it for years. But then you also have times like things happen where like the pandemic happened and people are like, oh, it's so nice to go to the movies again. It's like, motherfucker, you weren't going, but I'm glad you're going. And I do think there are instances like Barbenheimer was a big event. People were excited to go to the
I said
movies.
this. I said that.
I think the avatars show that.
At the time, Barbenheimer was like a really, really good exercise in like theatrical marketing in terms of like they basically got people fired up to like go support the one that they like wanted to see win, and they didn't like frame it as like a culture war or anything, but just like they did. They like pitted them against each other and made people like go out to go. It was really clever marketing, and they haven't really done anything like that since.
Worldwide, people go to the movies, so I don't know if it's just gonna be a problem here and be worse here, or if it's just gonna perpetuate and just remain, because like there'll be
It's like,
movies.
I mean, like,
the
the
Warcraft
thing will
movie
be like
makes
they're
so
going
much
to end
fucking
like
money in
theatrical
China.
windows for first release movies, right? Like I mean, I think like if the Netflix merger goes through, I think that's what's likely to happen, which will kill most movie
Okay, there we go.
theaters. And like I don't know, I think like there will always be people. As long as I'm alive, I'm confident
Okay, what's
that
this
there will
one?
always be people making movies, people who love movies, and that like movies will continue to be an art form. I mean,
Also,
like
should
there's
I
nothing
go
that
after the totem?
guarantees any one particular form of art like lasts forever, and indeed like all of them don't. But like that being said, like the thing that concerns me is that every single person who owns the entertainment business in America now, or who is getting in a piece of it, despises art of any kind. Like just like not only just doesn't like it, but like doesn't
It
understand
won't
it.
allow
on
you
a
to
very
take more
basic level.
items.
Like they do not like movies. They don't go to the movies themselves. They don't like watching them. They don't get it. And I think they have a, like
God damn
utter
it, more
contempt
pack
for
rats.
anyone
I
who
knew it.
does.
I should've
My
done
only
it.
thing is
I'm
like
trying to go after the totem.
I'm hoping that at some point people that are huge names and pull in a lot of money, people like James Cameron or people of the past like Steven Spielberg, who are still very much around and active, will like I don't know, rally or
I
maybe
know, I feel like it's
start their
blocking the
own
text, right? I don't
companies
know where to put
to
it. Actually, fuck it.
it won't work as big as because they won't have the money.
I'm gonna die. What is this? Oh, cool. Ow! Should have just moved it over to the empty space. Oh, damn. What does the trap do? I forgot. Whatever, I want another card. Actually, I don't know. The mushroom over there. Yeah, I'll see what it is. Why not? Let's take some risks. I've the most exquisite pellet. Okay.
The first one's free.
I don't have enough for it. I'll see what happens. I'm experimenting. Leave me alone.
We need duplicates. One for each of us.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
May want to look away.
Yeah.
You now have but one pack rat.
Oh, sweet. Okay, I'm happy. I'm happy with this. Very good. Very nice. Oh no. Damn it. I know I might be fucked. Ah! Oh. Really? Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you. Trial of Bones. The 3 drawing cards cost at least 5 bones. Blood's my best bet. Came upon the old woodcarver who for intense gaze after an overlong moment of silence to offer her carvings. Okay. Wait, what? I don't know what. I don't know. I'm just collecting them. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Damn. Wait. Oh, fuck. Should have done that. Why did I do that? No. Fuck. That was a bad idea. No big deal. No big deal. Whatever. Nice. Oh fuck, I forgot which one is the one that gets taken in those. The one after this one, I mean. Okay. 8 fucking bones. Jesus Christ. See, I don't remember. Yeah, I think that's the bad one. This one's the good one, right? The one that's up top. That's the bad one. No. I don't know. Let's see what happens. Oh, really? The first mistook for a misshapen boulder appeared to be a hulking man. Oh my god. Would make contact with a metal bucket. Oh shit. Oh fuck, I hate this one. I remember this. I didn't mean to do that. Fuck. No, I'm restarting. Oh my god, I'm so stupid. Second, I'll be right Wait, Milo, like Yiannopoulos? He's married to a woman? Really? Okay, okay. What? Oh, so I can play it, but I can't use it? What the fuck? Okay, I guess I'm stuck now. Let's see what happens. Ah, fuck. I should have played the Pell later. No big deal. Amoeba? Have I been here before? The snow line? I feel like I probably have. Probably just not remembering. Oh, damn. Still the best option. But I've already passed 2. They have to fail me eventually. Yeah. Yep. Alright, I'm sacrificing it. I saw on the I didn't mean to do that. Fuck. Fuck. So sorry. I kind of want to play the Invincible before I go to bed. I want to finish that up. Maybe I'll do that. I'm gonna do that. Fuck it. Good. Sorry, I had it muted. Another game I haven't played in a while. I was trying to figure out why the arrow was there. Like a MIDI. Well, not 5, but There we go. Yeah. No, what's enough? They could be like super dimensional beings. Yep. It could be the color blue that thinks. Like what? Literally, they could be when you see the color blue, it could be an alien, a specific color, a specific shade of blue. I don't fucking know. What the fuck? Oh god. Oh god, this is so long ago. I haven't played this in like weeks. Alright. Oh god, look. Oh no, it's over. No, wrong. Wait, what? Impossible. wait. Where's the map? Hey, what the fuck? My god. What the fuck? My controller. Alright, fuck, I give up. I give up. What the hell? That's fucking lame. What's going on? Oh god damn it. Wait, what the fuck? Okay, I'm done. I'm done. This is so stupid. What the fuck's happening? Ah! Yeah, I unironically have to sleep. Like, literally. Usually happen to me this early in the night, but I do. I am. Get over it. I'm sorry. Good night.